Hello good people of internet, and today I'm going to show you on how to deploy a Django project on Vercel and also connect it to Postgres Supabase. So this is my project, is a blog. Let me run the server, manage.py run server, so that we can see how it looks before we start deploying it. Okay, this is the project itself. It has a backend as well. So let's check out the backend. Okay, I haven't created the admin. Anyway, it has the backend. Let me create the admin first. Here, Python manage.py, create super user. Let me call this super user admin. Admin already exists. Let me call him Sniper. Then email marube at gmail.com. Then let's put in the password. The password is too similar. Yes. Okay. Let's clear this. Let's run again our server. Okay. Let's log in now using our new user. Let's refresh this. The username was Sniper, and then the password. Keep on forgetting. Sorry for that. So you can see here is our backend. We can add posts. Can add our posts right here. You can see we even have the good text editor, CK editor. So I'll leave the link in my description for this video on how to create this blog website. It is a series, so I'll leave the link on the description. So the next thing you need to ensure that your project is pushed to GitHub. Okay, if your project is on GitHub, let me use create Vercel account. Okay, create a Vercel account and then navigate to add new project. Okay, add new project. So you can see you can import directly from GitHub from here. So if I wanted to deploy it immediately, I can search from here. See this from here. So we haven't configured it yet for us to deploy it. So let's go back to our project because there's some files that we need to create before we deploy our project on Vercel. Okay. So the first file that we need to create at the base of our project is vercel.json. Vercel.json. This is the file that will help us to deploy. This is the Vercel that will contain the scripts that will be executed when deploying. Okay. So let's configure it. Create builds. And then love the source src. src, this is where we are telling Vercel where to find our wsgi.py, because this is a server entry point. So we go right here, you can see it is right here. So we'll say find our wsgi at blog slash wsgi.py. So that is our entry point, then comma, must have use, okay, we want to use at Vercel slash, we want to use Python, okay, to deploy it. Next we need to do configurations. Now next we need to do configurations, config, and then open those brackets, and then let's define our size. We say max lambda size, let's call it 15 MB, 15 MB, okay. Next we want to define our runtime. We want to tell Vercel that we want you to run this project on this Python version. So runtime, we want to use the latest one. You can use 3.9 or 3.12 because it's the latest one. 3.12. Okay. So basically at runtime we are telling Vercel that we want our project to run on this Python version. Okay. Next one, we need to have build commands that will be executed. Build commands, not commands. And then we need to create this file. Say this dash setup.sh. We will create this file. Which will contain all the build commands. Right? You can as well define those build commands right here, but I prefer to put them somewhere separate. Now the next thing we need to do is define the routes. And then okay, we need to put a comma right here, then open square brackets, curly brackets, and then now let's configure our static files. Say src, and then have these in it. Then let's say we want those destination to be destination B. Let's use this one. It's blog, not bog. It's blog right here. I'm sorry for that. So we need also to use this one on our destination. Let's see. Add it there. Okay. Next thing we need to do now is now define our static files. Yes. Yes, now let's configure the static file. src now say static. Want everything to be inside here. Full stop, then asterisk, then close it, and then now say the destination dest will be static, then add the dollar sign. No, that is not dollar sign. That's dollar sign, then 1. Okay, I think that is it. Yes, that is it actually. So let's create our build command. So we'll have to create this setup.sh. Remember, you are creating these files, the Vercel file and setup.sh at the base of our project, at the base of the root directory of our project. So let's create this one, setup.sh. Okay, so .sh is a bash file. So let's create it. You have to tell that this is a bash by starting with this, and then say bin is a bash file. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is install dependencies. How do we install dependencies in Python? We use pip install setup tools. Basically, we know Python mostly comes with setup tools already installed, but sometimes you find on Vercel these tools are not installed, so you may run into an error like no module named this utils. So that is why I've added this one at the top. And then now let's install the project requirements. Pip install r requirements.txt. Okay, so the next step is to run Django commands. Which will be the first one is to make migrations. Python manage.py make migrations. Python manage.py make migrations. The second one is to migrate those migrations. Python manage.py migrate. Then the next one, since our project is using Tailwind, so we'll have to install Tailwind as well. So Python manage.py Tailwind install. Okay, then the next step we need to let's collect the static files. Python manage.py collect static. Okay, last one is we have to start Tailwind. Python manage.py Tailwind start. Okay, once we have all these, we are set. Yes, we are set. Once we have all these, now we can Okay, then last thing is we have to go to our settings. Our settings right here. We have to add some URLs into our allowed host. So for Vercel, you need to add this dot Vercel dot app. That is it. It is done. It is done. Now the next thing we have to do is push these changes to our repository. Git add. What? Git add. Okay. It's so funny. So funny. Yeah. It's good. Okay. So we have to create. Now the next thing is let's create the repository for this project. Let's create the repository for this project. So let's go to our you shall go to your GitHub, then create a new repository. Let's call it blog. Yeah, blog. Call it blog. Yes, here it is. Let's initialize this. Git init, then git add, git commit, um, let's say initial commit clear. Let's define our branch. Normally do this git branch main, and then let us add this. Let us add this remote. Let us add this git remote, all these. So the best we normally do is git remote add git remote set URL origin, normally set it. You see a username and also the say blog. That is the name of our git origin. Okay, clear. Let's add it. Git origin add. Was it origin? Git remote add origin. Git remote add origin. Git remote add origin. No, you can copy it. No issue. You can just copy it. I just wanted to. Okay. Git remote add origin. Then say git at github.com. Then add your username. My username is Naifa Narube. And then blog.git. This is to work. Now let's push it. I did this because I already have an SSH key on my machine connected to to GitHub, so I don't have to add the password. That is why I avoided just copying direct this URL, this one. Okay, So the next thing, let's push git push you upstream. Define the upstream. We want to push it to the main branch. Okay, some few minutes, some few seconds. It's done. Now the next step you want to do is, if we refresh here, we can see our project here and the files that we created are right here. This vercel.json and setup. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is go to your Vercel account. Let's refresh this one. Okay, here it is. So we want to deploy this project. Okay, so let's import it. You can name it any name that you want right here, but I will go with blog, then just hit deploy. Now you can view the build logs right here. You can see it is installing dependencies. Okay, it is done. You can see all these check marks have already been marked. You can see it was successful, but we still have the issue of this serverless function has crashed. This is because this project has a backend, has a database, but we haven't connected. So I'm going to connect Supabase Postgres to this project. So you can go to you can search Supabase, and then at Supabase you can start project right here. Okay, or you can sign in first. You can sign in with your GitHub. So for me, I'm already signed in, so I'll go just to my dashboard. Once you sign in, you will be directed to your dashboard. Once you are here, you can start a new project. You can choose. So once you are logged in, you go to your create project. Okay, create the project right there. Wait for some few minutes. Define your project name. Let's say blog website. Type your password, and remember, you have to remember this password because this is the password that will be used in your database. Okay, so for me, I'll use that. Create new password, create new project, not password. Create new project. You can copy this one. Okay, the next step, okay, you will wait for setting up to be completed. Wait some few minutes. Taking longer than expected. Actually, this is the best way to connect, to deploy on Vercel and also connect Supabase for any Django project that has backend and frontend at the same time, because Django does, and Vercel does not support databases directly, so you have to connect to them. And plus Supabase is using PostgreSQL, so this is the best I think. So the next thing you need to go to project settings. The project settings, go to database. This is where you will get all the details of your database, like host, database name, port, user, password. Okay, so these details need to be in our project. Okay, so first thing I normally do is I create a file at the base of our project and call this file .tmv. Okay, This is the file that will contain all our secret keys. Okay. Once you have that, you also need a package called decouple. Okay. This is the package that will help us read the secret keys from our environment. So let's install it first. Python install Python decouple. Okay. And then again, you also need to install PostgreSQL adapter. So it's Python install PsychoPG. I normally use binary because it is standalone. Okay. Once you have these two packages installed, the next thing you need to do is pip freeze requirements. So we need to add these packages into our requirement.txt so that when deploying, they need to be installed. You can see they're right here and here. Okay. Next step, we need now to remove all our secret keys from our project and put them inside .env file. Okay, this is very important. This is very important for security purposes. So the first thing we need to do is remove this first. So we'll do this. Copy that name, put it right there, and then remove this from there. Also add it here, and then on our settings we need to use decouple. So you'll see from decouple import config. Okay, from decouple import config. So on this here we'll come and say config secret key. Secret key, this is secret key, this secret key. This one. So you add it right there. Config secret key. This is basically telling decouple that grab this secret key from .environment.env file and then paste it right here. The next thing we need to do is configure our database to use the PostgreSQL. Okay, right? So we need to change first of all the engine. The engine will be PostgreSQL, and then remove this one. Okay. The next thing on our .env, we need to define all those secret keys or secret details from Supabase. So the first thing is that host. Okay. So you will come here and say, let's call it db host, then go to your Supabase and copy this, paste it right there. The next one is db name, go back and then copy it, paste it. Next, port, db port, say db port, and then go back, copy it and paste it. Next, user, user, you copy it, then go here and say db user, paste it, and then lastly password, db password. Now here, remember the password you created while creating the project. So that is the password you will enter right here. So I will input mine, use the password I added. Look for that one. Yes, this is the password I added. So this one will be useless because I will remove that project again. So don't try to use my details. So db password, we have everything. Yes, password. So we have everything. The next thing we need to do is go here and start adding those. Do is grab these details into your settings. So the first thing we need to do is name. We need to start with the name, and then use our config, that is from the couple, and then grab the name. The name here is db name. Okay, add it there. Go to next, use user. Let's have the user, and use config again, config, and then grab for user, db user, and paste. Next, we need to have our host, then let's grab, then the comma right here, then let's grab our host, db host, clear, and then next one is the password now. Password here, grab it, add it here. Okay. Now we have to grab this db password, add it there. Then the last part is the port. Yes, port. So the last part is the port. Then go back, pick this db port, add it there. So we have set it. So let's test it from here. So we can try and see if it's connecting. We can try to migrate it because you can connect it directly. So okay, yes, Python manage.py migrate. If migrate success, okay, we are getting backend. Okay. Configure available backend, PostgreSQL. Okay, PostgreSQL. Okay, this was the issue. So ensure you spell this correctly so that you don't get the error like this one. And let's clear again. If the migrations run successfully and then our database connection is okay. So let's run the migration again. Migrate. Okay. Perfect. It is migrating. So that means our tables have been already created at the Supabase Postgres SQL. So let it complete so that we can go back and see if really these tables have been created. Give it some few minutes and these tables will be created on our database at Supabase. Okay, it's done. So if we go back to our Supabase right here, home, and then go to database, those those tables should have been, you can see here we have all those tables created. You can see blogger, post, and everything. So the next thing we have to do is push these changes to GitHub so that they can be deployed, and also and then do the last thing of ensuring that this .env file is added in our Vercel environment variables. Okay, let's clear. Let's say add git. Okay, first of all we need to ignore this one not to be pushed to GitHub. Okay, the best way normally do for Django projects is go to this site gitignore.io. Gitignore.io, it generates all the files and directories that you need to ignore for Django project. So then I type in Django, then create. Okay, so I'll just copy everything here. Copy everything. These are the files and folders that you don't need to push to your GitHub from your Django project. So I'll just create a file called git dot git ignore, then paste everything there. So by pasting everything, this .env where we have stored our secret files won't be pushed to our GitHub. You can see it exists right here. You can see it here. And also you can see the virtual environment if it is within our project, it will not be pushed to GitHub. Okay. Then once we have done that, the next thing we need to do is git add those changes, git commit, then give it a message, then git push. Okay. Immediately you push, Vercel will automatically detect any changes on that connected repository and automatically deploy it. Okay. So this is our project. If I click it, I shall see that it is deploy automatically. Okay, let's see. You can see it is building up. It is building, upcoming, building. So it continues building. So the next thing we need to do is to ensure that we have these secret keys in our Vercel environment variables. So you need to go to your project and go to settings, go to your settings, and then go to environment variables. So here you will add those keys right here. So since we have .env file already, so we'll just import it. Go to that project. We show the hidden files here, right here. Then you can see the secret key, db name, db port, dp password, and everything. And then normally remove development and say save. Okay, once it's saved, then go back to deployment and request a new deployment. Okay, create deployment. Okay, let's wait and see if it will deploy successfully. If not, we will check where did we go wrong. Okay, everything so far so good. You can as well check the logs of runtime logs to see exactly where the issue is. Let's try visiting it. Is it getting blank? Okay. Let's check the logs and see why it is not working. Missing variable handler or app. Okay. See. So we needed to on our blog, on our WSGI right here, we needed to add this line saying that app equals to application. So we are telling Vercel that you need to use this one. Okay. So again, let's push it. Hit add, hit commit, hit push. Once we push, now let's see. Okay, it is already building again. Let's open it. Okay, it's done. Okay, it has deployed it. You can see, but it has not applied our styling CSS. But you can see it has deployed our website. Okay, so the issue is okay. Yes, you can even visit admin. Let me see if I can access admin. Yes, you can access the admin. Okay, so you access admin. We haven't created any admin yet. Okay, you can create those details from here. Say Python manage.py, create super user, and say admin marube at gmail.com, password okay, created. So let's try to log in. Remember, we have connected our PostgreSQL. That is where I'm able to create tables directly to our Postgres SQL, so that is in Supabase. So you can see here on our settings, we are using PostgreSQL database using the details that we had added. Okay, let me try to do this. Collect statics. Python manage.py collect static. Yes, and see if we can fix the issue of not taking. Okay. See the issue. I think we need to install white noise for it to take the effects of our styling, because we are using Tailwind CSS. It should pick. I'm using this file. You can see output.css file, which is here. Output.css. It should pick all these styles and apply them. So to fix that, let's try to install white noise. Here, and also you need to ensure that any package you install, it is registered in requirement.txt file, and to achieve that you need to run this command pip freeze greater than sign requirement.txt. Okay, then the next thing you need to do with white noise, you need to add white noise middleware right here. White noise white. Okay, let me not guess. We have documentation. You can go to white noise documentation and search white noise documentation. White noise, yeah, your docs. I prefer going to documentation because it gives you more details. So you can see we need to add this just below security middleware. Just below security middleware. Just right there. And also you need to add static file storage if you want your files to be compressed and forever cacheable. So we need that, and also then go down. We had already configured static, so add it right here. Okay, I think now we are set, and then the next thing we need to do is git add. No, let's run the static file. Python manage.py collect statics. See if it has errors. Perfect, it's working well. And now the next thing we need to do is push. Yes, you can as well remember that in our setup.sh, Vercel will run this Python manage.py collect static. Then add this no input. Okay, so it will run that automatically. So the next thing we need to do is git add, then git commit. Okay, say git push. So what I'm trying to do is I want our project, our website to, let me see it first. Here it is. We'll get to that link. Here it is. So I want our project to apply Tailwind styling. Okay, so that is why I added the I added the white noise so that it can help us on storing static files. So let's try and see. Now it has redeployed it, and if I can refresh our website right here, here, click that one, visit, you can see now it looks very fantastic. So the next thing we want to do is to check. You can see even it is .vercel.app. So that means we have successfully deployed our Django project in Vercel and also connected with Supabase PostgreSQL. So let's try to access our backend. Let me copy this, post and save, and say admin. Say admin 94. Perfect. You can see we can as well access our backend. So let's create an app. Let's add first of all a category. Let's say category is Django. Save. Okay. Let's now create a post, and right here the post we want to post an article. Okay, so let's have a title: how to deploy Django project on Vercel. Choose your category. Remember, we had created the category. You can write your article right here. Please subscribe and like the video, assuming this is the article that we will be writing here. So let me here's our article. Then let us choose the image, and then date, time, published. I will leave the link of this blog website series creation and the video description. See, we are getting the same thing anyway. I don't know why it is. Okay. See, I should have connected these media files so that when you upload it goes directly to the cloud. I could have connected it with Cloudinary. That is something that I will do on the next video on how to connect Cloudinary with your Django project to store your media. Okay, that is the video I will do next time. So basically you have seen how to deploy it, and you can see it is working perfectly. The front end as well, you can see that is the back end. You can see the front end working perfectly. You can see we have our categories right here. If we could have posted any post, they could have displayed here. So that is the next video I will do. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment.